also recording this stream, which is perfect for me because I'm going to go ahead and hit a replay for you guys. I want you guys to look back on something that I wrote to you guys recently. Okay? And so, not wrote, but said out loud to you. So I'm going to play this for you. Just kind of what happened. And then we're going to go back and look at the charts because this is on Friday. And this is why, guys, it's important, you know, if you want to know what's going on in my world or how I see the charts, if you come right here to this channel on Friday, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday mornings, weekday mornings, this is the information I'm going to give you. So let me go ahead and play this for you. So now we have officially moved the fib down. So the top of the fib from February 15th is going to be 86 cents. Okay, 86 cents flat. And the bottom is 75 cents. That's a little bit of a different movement. We're trying to see if we're going up or going down, looking for corrective patterns. That's what we do. Again, we have rejected at 50 cents after back testing 81.2, which you could see resistance there, or resistance or support, then rejected at 80.6, which also happened to be the 0.5%, the 50% of the overall move again. So when that happens, it's very important to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have a five-way move down that will break us back below at least 75 cents. Why? Because I'm pretty sure what I have seen is, if I was to write down, and I used to, every time it has gone and created a low, right? You have your high of the fib, low of the top. So in this case, let me break out my arrows why we teach this before we go on to the next set of news. In this case, your high 76, your low 75. When it works its way down, in a corrective pattern, it's going to always impulse up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. Then it rejected here. What I have seen in my knowledge, in my experience, in my charting, in my swings. Again, everyone does this differently. My little bro Mike, who eventually I'm going to bring on the show, and we will do TA, and I'll have him discuss with you guys, right? Because he's getting legit. Whenever it breaks under 50, I'm going to create a lower low. So whenever I get under 50, I'm going to create a new lower low, which means I'm going to go under this. And at that, if we look, resistance is sitting at, support is sitting at 74 cents, which I have an alert for, but it's really 72.7, a part of that fib. Look at that. Rejects the 50. It's going to work its way down to the next fib. See that? 78.5. Break below that move to the bigger move, which was above 92, right? Down to 72 cents. Now, here's the trick. Now, this is where the candle close has to happen, right? The candle close has to happen here. I need to do the arrow so I don't do it, right? The candle close needs to happen above this area to continue its bullish, but I would not be surprised on an 8-hour time frame, okay, that we get a wick down to 69 cents. Now, I say that because I have a buy at 69.25 because I'm looking for a wick trying to catch this and then for a bounce. Now, people are calling 70.5 cents support for XRP. So if we're going to zoom out for a day, okay, we're going to zoom out for the whole day, and we're going to look at 70. Okay, that's where I wanted to stop, where I talked about it going down to a wick down to 69 cents, 69.5 cents. So what I want to open for you real quick is that same chart. And we're going to go ahead and I need to close all these out. Bitcoin, XRP, live stream, XRP. This says live chart, KuCoin. Oh, it's right. It's on here. All right. So we said that we are expecting this on the 8-hour chart. Remember, this is the 8-hour chart that I was expecting it to wick down to 69, to that green line, to this right here, and then come back and a candle closes. As you can see, I'll bring it back real quick so you can see. Let's back it up just a little bit. Okay. Let's back it up just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. That's on a 15-minute time frame. You can see that I have the arrow wicking down to 69. So we'll bring that up real quick. And we'll bring it onto the 15-minute time frame so we get a good idea of what is going on. And you can see, as discussed, it broke under the 50. I'll bring the arrow back for you real quick. As discussed, it broke under the 50 right there and came on down. So now this is how we're going to do this. We're going to replay that, and we're going to bring it all the way back to where we are on February 19th, talking about the 50, which is right here. Okay, so now we're going to be able to watch all of that play out, right? We're going to be able to watch all that because I said it broke under the 50, and we should see it come down to 69 cents on the 8 hour and get back above this area right here, 0.72, exactly what I just discussed. So let's see, let's hit the play and find out if that's how it works itself out. Let's see here. Oh, I don't want to exit, I want to play. Boom. We're going to slow down the speed just a little bit. So you can kind of see it play itself out. This is on the 15-minute. Here, let's go a little faster. And you can see the 15-minute play itself out here. I'll zoom in. And you can see it break below the 50, which is exactly what we want. And then it comes back and it touches this 50%. And you see it playing out. And I said again, if it rejects under the 50, you see it playing out in real time right now, right? See it playing out in real time. Rejects off the 50. And I said if we go where that means for sure we go under this when we reject. So we come up and we are rejecting off of it right now. Again, this is the 15-minute dart. We're not doing quickly, but I want you to see how it plays because you can see now it comes back down and it's trying to bounce off the 0.0, which is the baseline, 75, coming back up to this 50, which is what we discussed, expecting it to possibly roll back down and come back over, right? And we said, now reject off 78.3, which we see right now. It's coming up, playing this, trying to flip support in real time. You guys can see this playing out, catching us up to where we are right now. It hangs above the 0.5 over the weekend, trying to find this spot, trying to flip support and resistance, okay? That's what it's doing. So when it fails this 0.5, as you see, it fails right there. It begins to reject and come down, continuing its rejection off the 0.5. But what you see right there was what we call a short squeeze. A short squeeze ended up happening over the weekend where it fires up to the R3 to try to get everybody that's shortened liquidated. Then after it fires up to the R3 of the pivot, it begins to roll back down to reject that 50 again, just to confirm it's a rejection. So you got the fire off over the weekend where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3 coming down for the third. Down here before we come back up for a fourth, and then for a fifth wave come down, and we begin to work our actual rejection off 80 over the weekend down, and it becomes a very, very, very violent move over the weekend. Why? Because we don't have a lot of liquidity. So once the 78.34 area or the 0.5 of that fib move actually begins to fail, and you're going to see it right here. It begins to fail right about now. As you see it rejecting under the 50, it tightens up and tightens up and tightens up, and this is what happens when you get to the 50% of the move. And once the move is confirmed, boom, down, it begins to break down and back test, trying to support and figure it out. But once we really don't have that back test and that back test fails, we got 81, 85, and it went up to 85, came back down, failed 81, fell to 50. Now it came back down and touched 76, which you see right there. And it continues to accumulate and get people being very violent. A lot of wicks up and down, ranging until it's ready to make its move down. And once a lot of people long it and say, let's go, then we're going to get what's called a liquidation wick to the south, getting all of those shorts or those longs liquidated. And that's what we saw, right, overnight. As we come here, boom, here it goes. Overnight, we see it breaking its way back on down, and boom, right here. You're going to see it wick, get ready to come down to that area that we spoke about. As you see, right there, it comes down to wick to 69.7. Right there, and actually ends up going a little bit lower down to the S1, as you see, broke down S1, and then works its way back up. As I said, we have to get a candle close over the 382 on the 8 hour. So as we work our way up, it's working. You see it begins to build its parabolic to move and kind of give us maybe some kind of movement up north. And guys, that is what we see in real time. So now we are officially caught up. So when we go on the 8 hour, like we saw there, you can see right there, boom, wick down under 69. You see the candle close, and on the 8 hour breaks back above 69.7, and we are sitting there right now working our way up to the weekly standard pivot right on time as expected. So hopefully you guys are able to enjoy that, because that's where we are on XRP. It played out exactly how we are based on what we see. And that is your update on XRP. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.